Hello, Facebook and YouTube. Welcome to my channel. I am on here today. You know, I do self love as well as I write a lot. So, and I also teach others about, their shadow, as well as I teach others about karmic cycles and things like that. So, today we're going to be talking about karmic relationships, karmic cycles, and also karmic patterns. Okay. I want to say a prayer before I start. This is for YouTube and also Facebook. So, Facebook, hello. YouTube, hello. I hope you guys are having a good week, okay? And I hope y'all have a good summer. It is Mars retrograde. So the past is coming back for some people. And it's lessons that gotta be learned. But that's what's gonna be happening, okay? I'm going to do this one that's called Find Balance in Relationships. This is my book called Spiritual Warfare. Okay, it's called Spiritual Warfare right here. Can you see it? Yeah, Spiritual Warfare. And I want to say this prayer before we start. It says, Lord Jesus, you have called us to love one another, but sometimes love feels complicated. I want to honor others and show kindness, but I often find it hard to balance that with protecting my heart. Teach me how to create healthy boundaries that reflects your wisdom and love. Help me to realize when to say yes, and with compassion to say no with kindness. Give me clarity to guard my peace without shouting out to others. Let my boundaries reflect a heart that's honored, and while respecting myself and others. Lord, guide my relationships. Lord, guide my relationships so that they are built on multiple respect and trust and love. Help me to see difference between relationships that draws me close to you and those that drain my spirit. Give me the strength to walk away from unhealthy situations with grace and courage in relationships that honor me. Teach me to love others in a way that reflects your true goodness. Let me act and declare by guarding in your word and helping me on spirit for guidance. Thank you for being perfect love and for teaching me how to live with both grace and wisdom. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. This book is really good. It's called Spiritual Warfare. Okay, I got this off of TikTok. Okay, if you want to know about it. Okay. So today we're going to talk about This Is My Book. I made this book. It's a wonderful book. I do a lot of journaling and things like that. So this is my book. So I wanted to show you that before I start. So this is what I wrote. So y'all know I be writing a lot. Yeah, I write a lot. Okay. So we're going to talk about karmic relationships today. So karmic relationships is something else, but I had to learn them. You know, a lot of people have to learn them. Karmic relationships. Not every love story is meant to last. Some are meant to teach. A karmic relationship is a deep, intense connection that comes into your life to help you heal, grow, and learn important soul lessons. It says the purpose is growth. It says signs of a karmic relationship. Intense. The connection feel magnetic and also friendly, like you know them forever. So it feels like you know them forever, like you knew them forever. It could be a tense connection. Highs and lows, emotions, feeling, going for blessings to pain. So it could go to blessings to pain in a cycle that repeats. So it's like you can have highs and you can have lows in karmic relationships. And it can be feeling like, oh, today is a blessing. Y'all can be feeling like real good and it's a blessing. But then sometimes it's a pain. You going through pain. It has something to do with repeated cycles. It's the second one. The third one. The same problem keep coming back even after promising to change. So repeating cycles, you're going through a repeated cycle. And it's the same old thing in your relationship. It's not changing none. The problem is keep going and happening and happening and happening. And they also make promises and it never change. They promise you, they'll promise you and say they go change and they never change for you. No one will never change for you. They have to change for themselves. We have her deep targeting. They target old wounds, insecurities, and fears you need to heal. So it has something to do with healing, deep targeting. So it's like they target your own wounds, your old wounds, wounds that they know about you in your childhood and you told them about, and things that you told them about that was personal. They will use them against you. And it has something to do with things that you know you have to heal. They'll use it against you to make you feel insecure. It has something to do with hard to let go. So it be hard to let go in karmic relationships. You may feel emotional. It says you may feel emotionally addicted or spiritual tied to this person. So you may feel emotional, addicted, and spiritual tied with a person, with a karmic relationship. It says the powerful lesson. This relationship is a push. So it says the powerful lesson is these relationships push you to grow, set boundaries, and discover your self-worth. So karmic relationships teach you to grow, set boundaries, and discover yourself. Because it has something to do with that here. That's what a karmic relationship is. Okay? So we have for not always forever. So it's not always forever for a karmic relationship. The purpose isn't always to stay. It's for transformation. And it has something to do with that, with a karmic relationship. Karmic relationships are conflict, emotional targeting, highs and lows, as well as draining your energy. So your energy will be drained when you're in a karmic relationship. Lessons not forever. And challenging your wounds. So karmic relationships challenge your wounds as well. A soulmate relationship is peaceful and supportive, emotional safety, also steady and consistent, healing and uplifted, building on growth, and also brings out the best of you. And that's what a soulmate relationship is. And that's what a karmic relationship is. The lesson you may learn, self-worth. So the lessons you will learn in a karmic relationship is your self-worth. Realizing your values and stop accepting lesser than you deserve. So it has something to do with you knowing your self-worth. Karmic relationships help you to know your self-worth and realize your value as well, and accept your worth. And it has something to do with that. Boundaries, learning to protect your energy and standing up for yourself. So it also teaches you to put up boundaries, and it also teaches you to learn and protect your energy and stand up for yourself. Karmic relationships help you to do that as well. Healing and facing. So it has something to do with healing and facing old wounds. So that karmic relationships also teach you how to heal and face old wounds. It has something to do with that. It has something to do with fear and patterns. It teaches you about fear and patterns as well. Facebook and YouTube. Awareness. It teaches you awareness to understand your patterns, your choices, and what you truly want. So it also teaches you awareness. And awareness is understanding your patterns, your choices, and what you want. It also teaches you to let go, release, and what no longer serves you, and make space for better. So karmic, this is what karmic relationships and lessons teach you. Okay? We have here how to heal and move forward. So how to heal and move forward is reconnecting with yourself and your own happiness. So how to move forward is reconnecting with yourself and your own happiness. How to move forward is journaling. So journaling is very important. Your feelings and releasing your emotional weight. So journal helps you to see your feelings and also release your emotional weight. It has something to do with healing. Healing is another one. Your past and your inner child wounds. So to move forward, you have to heal your past and your inner childhood wounds. Setting boundaries is another one. And choosing what is best for you. And it has something to do with that here. Facebook and YouTube. Trust the journey. Even in the end, it's a new beginning. So even though it's an end, it's a new beginning. And it has something to do with that. Karmic relationships are not a punishment. They are preparing you to shape you, to awaken you, and prepare you for the love you truly deserve. You deserve a love that feels like peace, not a puzzle. Choose. It says choosing you. Heal, grow, attract what is meant for you. And that is what a karmic relationship is. And also what the lessons of you learning about a karmic relationship. I've been in a whole bunch of karmic relationships, Facebook and YouTube. And I had to learn. And I'm reading this because it is Mars retrograde. And Mars retrograde is you going back to the past. The past is only for you to heal. The past is not for you to be stuck in the past. You learn from your mistakes in the past. And in retrograde, people come from back to the past just to get something from you, use you, abuse you, try to con you, and also try to do whatever they want to do to you. And then you have to start over with that healing. Every time you let someone in your life that is not no good, and you know that it's not no good, you're going to have to start over in healing. And it takes a long time to heal. I know. That's why I have learned not to let people come back into my past anymore. If I know that person is not right, and I know that person is not trying to change, and that means you have to see the action, not them speaking the words, but you need to see their action and their route. That means, like I keep telling you in 6th house, look at their routes, how they living and how they thinking. If they're not on their goals, if they're not or trying to pursue their life to be better, if they are always on the low energy, and I'm talking about low energy, bad energy, low energy, always complaining, always going off, always snapping, always judging somebody else, then y'all don't need to be around that person. Karmic relationships teach you a lesson, but when you learn that lesson, it's for you to go. You should be with that person if you learned that lesson. And because if you learned that lesson and you still with that person, you never learned that lesson. And it has something to do with that Facebook and YouTube. I try to tell others because I've been through these situations with other people in my life, in karmic relationships and patterns, and I always got a towel. My life was going chaos and things was going bad in my life because I was letting bad energy into my space and into my temple. I try to let you know that y'all shouldn't do that, because when you do that, your life will be bad and you will have bad energy and bad vibes in your energy. And it has something to do with you always have to protect your energy at all costs. This is the reason why I read these situations to you guys, because I want y'all to know that karmic relationships is not all bad, but if you learned that lesson, you should be not being with that. And going back to the past is not going to teach you a lesson. It's only going to teach you a lesson that you haven't never healed. And if you did heal that lesson, you shouldn't be going back to the past with that person, because you know that person is going to do the same thing to you again. And that's what it has something to do with her Facebook and YouTube. So we're going to be on karmic cycles. I'm going to be talking about karmic cycles. It has something to do with karmic cycles, intense bonds, feeling overwhelmed, pulling the feelings of fate, of conflict, and also draining. Karmic cycles makes you overwhelmed. It also pulls your emotions, and it also brings you conflict and draining. Feeling trapped and stuck into a situation. So feeling trapped and stuck into a situation, a sense of being unable to leave or move forward. So it's like you should be moving forward into your life. If you're stuck into the same situation and the same pattern and the same thing, you're not growing. It's no growth there, because you're going through the same thing over and over and over and over. And people will make you be stuck. If they have not healed and they have not got themselves together and they have not got themselves, that's not on you. You got to walk away from those situations, or they will have you stuck and you will have no growth in your life. I know. And I had to learn that 2 years ago from people. I had to learn, getting in relationships and being around people, they will have you stuck because they're not ready. They're not ready to heal. They can have all different type of reasons why they don't want to heal and why they don't want to better their life to grow. But that's not on you. What's on you is you to keep growing, not for you to help others to grow when you in that relationship and they don't want to do it. You can't make someone do something. You got to recognize that, and you got to walk away from the situation. You got to walk away from the relationship. You got to walk away from your family. You got to walk away from your lover. Because if they don't want to see who you are, and they don't want to respect your boundaries, and they don't want to respect your values, you don't need to be around them. And it has something to do with that. That's how you find your self-worth. That's how you find your identity. Your identity is very important, Facebook and YouTube. Identity is what is you and who you are and what you like to do and what you like to be. Everybody is not the same. And if people think that you're supposed to do what they want you to do, and there's some like that out here that think that they are entitled for you to do what they want you to do. No. You are your own person. And it has something to do with that. We also on emotional roller coaster. A karmic cycle. You could be in emotional roller coaster. It has something to do with highs and lows that leaves you exhausted. Also, repeating patterns. Facing the same conflicts and relationships and situations and repeatedly. You see the repeating thing. Oh, I'm going to change. I'm going to change. No. When they cheating on you and effing on you and having sex with other people, everything else, and then they coming back in your face, grinning up in your face and stuff like that, they ain't going to change. Some of them even avoid to talk about what they doing to you. And if they avoiding to talk about what they doing to you, you don't need to be around them. They have no respect for you if they are avoiding to talk to you. because it has something to do with communication. If they effing on you, cheating on you, you asking them what they doing, asking where they at, asking what they thinking, and then you got to sit around and push and pull with them, you don't need to be around them. You're going through a karmic cycle with that person, because that person know what they doing, especially if it's happening over and over and over and over again. And when people in your household and sitting around her in your face and sitting around her gaslighting you, manipulating you, blood bombing you, sitting around and doing all type of things to you, and then when you ask them, they want to avoid it or they don't want to talk about it, and then when you talk about it, they want to get loud and holler and act like you doing something to them, then you need to let it go and you need to leave them where they at. I'm telling you, Facebook and YouTube, because out here in this world, you gotta love yourself. Ain't nobody gonna love you like you. People will tell you they love you all day, Facebook and YouTube, and that's a lie. You gotta love yourself, because they ain't gonna love you. And when people manipulate you and gaslight you and all that, you need to cut them off. You don't even gotta explain yourself. Just walk away. And it has something to do with that, because it has something to do with unlearning lessons. That's like you unlearning a lesson when you around that person. You could be around your homie or your girlfriend and they playing you like a goofy, talking about you. You telling your business to them and they talking about you like a dog to the next person. While you telling your business and they being your friend, they going and telling your business to somebody else. That's not a friend. That's a repeated pattern. And it's getting back to you what they said about you. That's not a friend. When you tell your business to your family and your family going to tell your cousins and your aunties and everybody else your business. If you wanted them to know, you would have told them. But they going to tell your family members and all that about your business, then they have no respect for you. You don't need to be around them. If you going to tell a co-worker, oh, I'm having a bad day, this and that, and then they going to tell that co-worker what you said, they not a good, they ain't nothing but a drama starter. And it has something to do with that. It has something to do with it. Ain't nothing but a karmic cycle you go be in. Especially if you keep kicking it with them, talking to them and all that. It ain't going to be nothing but low vibe energy. You want to be in positive energy, not low vibe energy. And it has something to do with that. Protect your energy at all costs. And you can do it in a respectful manner and walk away from the situation, YouTube and Facebook. We have here an intuitive knowing that it says an intuitive knowing that a truth must be accepted to break the loop. So your intuitiveness is going to tell you, and when you ignore your intuitiveness and you know it's true, you have to accept it to break that loop and break the cycle. But if you still go on and keep doing it and hanging around the wrong person and they still doing this mess to you and all that, then you in a karmic cycle until you learn that lesson. And it has something to do with that Facebook and YouTube. We have her karmic debts. This is a deep one, her. Everybody have karmic debts, and it has something to do with that, YouTube and Facebook. And it says how to clear them. Recognizing your negative patterns is one of them. You have to recognize your patterns, your negative patterns. I had to recognize my patterns, and I still recognize my negative patterns today. That's why I write in a journal every day, to see my patterns, to see what I need to work on, to see what I need to do to better my life, to grow. It has something to do with cycles in relationships, as well as careers, setbacks, and personal struggles that repeats. Don't want to affect change. Don't want to change at all. And it has something to do with that. That's why people have to recognize their negative patterns. And there's a lot of people in this world today, Facebook and YouTube, do not recognize their patterns. They recognize everybody else's patterns. They recognize everybody else's patterns, but they own. And it has something to do with that, Facebook and YouTube. It says changing, caretaking, and tendencies, caretaking and tendencies, a strong to fix other problems and perspectives. It says their needs over their own. So it has something to do with they quick to. It's people out here that's quick to take care of everybody else. I told you, there's a lot of people out here that want to take care of everybody else, but it has something to do with they don't want to take care of their own needs, but they taking care of somebody else's needs. That's what they call a people pleaser. And that's what it has something to do with Facebook and YouTube. They call it a people pleaser. And it has something to do with that. Because it has something to do with they want that person to feel good, but what about their own? What about how they feel within themselves? What about how they feel? And it has something to do with that. And that's why they be burnt out. They get burnt out because of that. Karmic relationships, intense bonds with others that feels good, but emotional, challenging, and lessons. So, karmic relationships is a challenge because you gonna have to learn those lessons, like I told you in karmic relationships. Then we have frequencies, a strong intent towards self-reflection, seeking deep meaning and questioning why your life events are occurring. So it has something to do with that's when frequencies and self-reflection, that's when you get awoken on it. I had to get awoken. I got awoken, I think, 5-6 years ago. And when I got awoken, baby, I got awoken. And I had to heal myself. And I had to see my patterns. And I had to see what was going on. But it takes time to do that. Facebook it ain't gonna take a day. It ain't gonna take a week, and it definitely ain't gonna take 3 weeks. You gonna have to do the work every day. Every day you got to do the work on yourself. If you don't do the work on yourself, it ain't gonna work. It has something to do with that Facebook and YouTube. Karmic debt number. Everybody got a karmic debt number. Hold on. If you want to know your karmic debt number, this book is called The Secret Language of Destiny. And this book will teach you your karmic debt number. It's called Secret Language of Destiny. And it teaches you your life purpose here. This book is a great book that teaches you your karmic debt number. If you want to know your karmic debt number. And it has something to do with that Facebook and YouTube. Karmic debt number appears into your numerology chart. It says believing to past life lessons. So it teaches you about your past life lessons and about yourself. Also, we have her positive events followed by difficultness and experiences of periods of success or happiness, only to be quick to meet and unexpected challenges and setbacks. So sometimes you have good days, like I was telling you, it be good days, and then sometimes that's when the bad days come, and then that's when you fall into that karmic debt, and it has something to do with that Facebook and YouTube. So that's what I wanted to read to y'all today about karmic debts. That was karmic debts. I just read to you about karmic lessons, and I just read to you about karmic relationships. And that's what's going on, okay, Facebook and YouTube today. People need to work on healing themselves within themselves in their childhood, as well as their shadow side. I believe in working on your shadow is very important, and it means doing it every day as well. You have to heal yourself. You have to go within as well. And it has something to do with that Facebook and YouTube. So, I'm glad y'all heard me out. I hope y'all have a good summer. Don't let nobody take you off your skirt this summertime, baby boy. Because it's going to be off the chain like I keep telling you. And you got to not let people be in your energy all the time. It's okay to have fun. But sometimes you got to let go of that fun. You know what I'm saying? Oh, let's see. So we have her, be true to your heart and you will find your answer. Be true to your heart and you will find your answer. Then we have here, only by accepting change, one transformation into better visions of oneself. So only by accepting change, one transformation into a better vision of yourself. Okay, so let's see. She want my viewers to know, Spirit. So we have her, faith is, it says faith surrounding of strength to overcome difficultness. And it has something to do with faith is the source of strength to overcome difficultness. And it has something to do with that. So faith is going to help you with strength. And then we have here, trust your intuitiveness. It will guide you on the path forward. Trust your intuitive. It will guide you on the path forward. Okay. And we also have here, no matter what difficulties you encounter, stay calm. No matter what difficulties you encounter, stay calm. So I hope you guys all have a good day as well. And this is my last one. Spirit want me to do this one too for you guys. And then we have here, the past is unexpected, the present is a challenge, and the future is opportunities. So the past is unexpected, the present is challenges, and the future is opportunities. All right, Facebook and YouTube, y'all take care. I love you guys. Bye.